are you observing, but smells, taste, what you hear, stuff like this goes a long way to being very descriptive in your field notes. So do pay attention to this one. Also, let me see. There's one other one that's going to be super helpful to you guys. Is it this one? Okay, so yeah, this one, which is more about participant observation. You don't read everything, but the part I think that will get the most out of is on page, come on. Oh, what the F? Is it not this one? No, it is. Okay, actually, the last page, for page 26, where it talks about how to write, you take your notes from your observations and what you see, but how to expand on them. And so this is kind of what I'm looking for when you do your notes. Now, right here, there's no perfect way, or at least there's no set in stone way. Like, everybody writes notes differently. I mean, if you saw my notes when I do observations, you would not know what the hell I was talking about. But this is what I'm looking for, more or less, and this will help you guys kind of just get everything together here. Again, just stuff like, your name, the date, the time started, the time it ended, and it's going into what you saw and what you looked at. For the first few weeks or first attempts at field notes, you don't know what you're looking for, and that is okay. The thing about ethnography and what we're going to talk about in the coming weeks is we take, actually we're going to talk about this week, is an inductive approach, which means whereas with deductive, you kind of go in with a theory, a hypothesis, something in mind already, and then you gather data to support that. In anthropology, we do it the other way around. We go in, we gather a bunch of data, and then we let the data tell us what the theory, hypothesis, topic, or whatever that may be. So again, you guys can't take notes until I approve your proposal, which I'm going to start doing this week, but do pay attention to this particular one. Any questions about your proposals?
I have a question.
Sure.
I was trying to see the module C, but it's not appearing on Canvas.
Is it still not showing? I have it on. Is anybody else having that problem too?
I can't see any of the modules either.
What the F? Okay, give me 1 second. Maybe, yeah, C is on. Here, I can share my screen. So if, I'll try to figure this out for you guys, but. You guys can see that okay, right? So I have here, maybe you guys can see if I'm doing something wrong here, but here is C, digital ethno, and I have it on. Let me turn it off and turn it back on, and maybe that'll. You said C, right? C is the one you guys can't. Can you see any of the other ones like D or E?
No.
Only see A and B.
A and P. So here, we got A is open. Yeah, B is open. Okay, wait. Now, check it out. I had it open. Anyway. I went in and I opened D, C, D, and I'm going to open E again. They should all be open. Is it good on your guys' end?
Yeah, I see C and D.
Okay, so see, shit happens, and because of that, that's why I don't have due dates for your first some of your assignments. So don't worry, if it sets you behind, you can still get them in, and you can still get your points. So you're all good there. But thank you for calling that out. Okay, that's out of the way. That's fixed. Any questions? or other questions, I should say.
When is the proposal due?
I would say get it in this week, by the latest next week.
Okay.
So let's just say a tentative deadline for next Friday.
Okay, okay. And one more question. So I'm not familiar with the subcultures. Can you give me some examples?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be your workplace. It could be a classroom. It doesn't have to be something grand or big. It can be a student organization. It just has to be a space where people come to gather repetitively. So, for example, your classroom is the same students, same classroom, same discussion topics for a semester. If it's your workplace, usually the same people in the same spot. So that's what you're looking for there.
Can it be like going to church as well?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I've had several students do it on their churches. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then, Jack, can you provide us with some samples or proposals of other classmates? I don't have examples of other ones, but what you can do is where you drop in, where the discussion is uploaded, you'll be able to see all the other classmates' samples there. So you can look at that, but remember the proposal prompt has all the questions that you're to answer in your proposal. And then Jennifer says, so can we choose a research or narrative or just research? So I'm not sure I understand, but the point is what you have to do is just study a subgroup. You're just going to take notes about stuff you see that they do that may be repetitive, and then we kind of figure out what the topic's going to be from there. So as I mentioned, for the first few, for writing style, remember you have two options. One is just your research proposal or the narrative. You can pick one or the other, whichever one you want to do. Yes. Anybody else? Yep, Comic-Con counts. The only thing with those to keep in mind is if you go to Comic-Con, make sure you get enough data and notes for your ethnography. So make sure you do multiple interviews if you can, talk to multiple people, or what you can do is, because remember, you have to do 5 field note entries. So what you can do is each interview can be its own field note entry, or you can go to Comic-Con, take some notes, but then you can also interview, like if you go with friends, or the next day if you go online and see what Instagram posts there are and people commenting, that can be a field note entry. So just make sure there's enough space and time for you to get at least 5 in there. No, in the proposal, you don't have to have a major question. Don't worry about that. Just identify the subculture that you wish to study. Yeah, so disregard the whole thing about the question. Anything else? All right, in that case, next week we'll cover on both topics, the one for this week and then the one that's planned for next week. So class will be a bit longer, but as per usual, it's not super long. I won't keep you guys a very long time. But other than that, you guys are good to go.